legit spooky. I'm honestly really close to calling this off because they're getting closer, and now they were over there. Now it sounded like there was some over there, and there's a lot. There's like a good few by the sounds of it. This is kind of scary, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm hightailing off this mountain right now. I don't like what just happened, and I don't fancy tangling with more than one big dog. All right, I don't have my gimbal because it's packed in my bag. Look at the size of this thing. I'm on the way up to my campsite. Well, I'm in the woods right now. Hold on, let me show you. There you go. I'm walking this little path. But hello, welcome back to the channel. First camping video, solo camping. Just got dropped off. I'm trying a new product. I'll show you when we get up here, but the only problem with this product so far is I've got to carry it. So it's not ideal, it's not heavy, it's just big. But you'll see what it is when I get there. Also, very sorry for all the shaking, but my gimbal is packed away in my bag, as I said. So I'll hit you back in a minute. And I don't know why I didn't record until this point, but you know what they say. Alright, we're just taking the Hobbit trail right now. Last straight before camp. You've seen this in another video. It's about 1 kilometre long. So we're going deep into the woods. I love walking. I'm a huge fan of it. I can walk for hours upon hours. However, this is my first solo camping experience. And I'm used to the luxuries of, sorry, I'm watching the ground also, trying not to die. I'm used to the luxuries of carrying gear in cars and stuff. So I'm carrying gear the whole way up the woods here. It's heavy. It's very heavy, and this is a lesson learned. So first of all, I got to try this thing out because I was asked to. Second thing, pack light. The tent that I got is way bigger than I thought. But we're going to get to camp, and then we've got an objective to do. We're going to go do that objective, come back, and then set up camp. We're going to have plenty of light. It's going to be light for another few hours, so happy days. But my God, this bag is heavy. That's first lesson learned. Don't overpack like I did. Alright, so I am nearing a place where I want to put my camp. It's way off the beaten track. This is being recorded on a Friday night. So Saturday morning, people go for walks in the woods. So I'm not trying to be in anybody's way or rolled up on all of a sudden and get a fright. I'm not trying for any of that stuff to happen. So I'm gone way off the beaten track. So I'm thinking somewhere. There is no natural paths, probably somewhere like here. It looks flat on the camera, but it's not flat. So, yeah, somewhere around here I think. I've brought gloves, good gloves, so that I can clear away all the stuff I need to clear away. But I am way out of the way down here. I went off the main track, continued down on this little track, and then went off the little track that's never used. Well, it's used by just animals, no people, because it's too low. I had to duck under a bunch of stuff. But yeah, that's what's up. So the objective I wanted to create for myself was get here, get my gear stored, not set up yet, hide it somewhere, and go and get water. I know I should have brought water, but I wanted to create this as a little task for myself to go and get water. I have a little bottle of water in the bag, but for cooking and stuff I'm going to need water, so I'm going to go get that. It's a good distance away. It's it's like 2 kilometers away, but that's something that I did on purpose, so don't get at me about that, because I did it on purpose. I wanted to go across the mountain in the evening time, go and get water. It's a little objective I set for myself. So I think I'm going to set up like there. I'm going to move this tree and set up on this flat ground over here. It's just me, so it doesn't matter if the tent is off. As long as I find one flat spot to sleep, I'm pretty good with that. So yeah, I'll let you know how I get on. Alright, so I've hid my gear pretty well. It's down way off any track, in under a tree right here, covered by my jacket. It's quite dark. It's showing up on camera because I'm really close to it, but if I walk back here, I get. So I'm going to bring this water transport thing that I got, and also this other cup. I'm going to bring them across the mountain to get water, fresh water. So I'll show you that on the way. I'm not going to bring the gimbal because I have too many things to carry and I think it'll get in the way. So apologies for shaky camera simulator already. So yeah, let's see how we go. Right, not going to lie, it feels really weird leaving all my gear behind to go and get water, and because I'm going so far away from it, that if anyone came along, which I don't think they will because I'm deep in the forest, as I keep on saying, but I'm just walking down this little tiny, here's a little to get here, so it's like animal one. There's a bigger one up above, but it just feels really weird leaving all your gear behind. Probably a bad idea in hindsight, but I've got these goofy ass things. This thing, wait, I'm going to show you this thing. If you haven't seen it before, it's called a Kettle. I recommend looking it up. It's hilarious. Apparently it's really good at boiling water, so we'll have clean water, and we'll be able to have tea and stuff and wash up after ourselves. But yeah, it just feels weird leaving all my gear behind. So here's a lesson that I've learned. Water in hot weather is not as plentiful as you might think. So where I was supposed to get water is dried up. I'll show you a picture of that or a video of that in a moment. It's usually this fresh flowing extravaganza, but once it dries up so much, it gets diverted off another direction, which is slightly deeper, which is too far to walk, because I don't know how to explain it. So it comes from this source here and it breaks off, and I was going to this one, but this one is more shallow than this one. So when it gets to a certain temperature, this one dries up and it continues going this one. If that makes sense? So I've had to resort to this, and I know the comment section is going to go mad, but I have purifying tablets. I will be using them, and I also will be boiling this in this kettle thing, but this is what I've resorted to. Flowing water. This is what I'll be boiling it in. So the flames go up through here, the water goes in here, and it's got like really thick sides. Oh, there's my alarm. Look at that though, that's crystal clear water. There you go. So this has water in it. I'll fill up this for bringing it back too. But the flames go up through the middle of this and boil the water, which is kept in this section out here. And apparently it boils it very quick. There's a little cap that goes on it too. First time using it, but I was told how to use it, so try and go easy on me. This water won't kill me. I know that for a fact. Famous last words. No, I have purifying tablets and I'll be boiling it, so double hit. And I know that it is coming from the same source, it's just routed differently. But yeah, things change, plans change. Yeah, you just got to adapt to do what you can. It was funny because I'm like down in this hole. Hold on, I'm like down here, and a dog was walking past right here, and I popped up as to not frighten the owner if they look down and they see me sitting down here, and I still frightened him. He was like, "Whoa, Jesus!" because I'm like way in the middle of the woods. But it's obviously a Friday evening, so people are going for like long walks and stuff. But yeah, we're adapting. Alright, so I got the two of these full. I've got enough water for a couple of days if I need it, but this is downstream from where I would have initially begotten it, and this is how I can tell that the water is not. Because it is absolutely dried up, but I knew that there'd be a little overflow down that side, so I went down lower and got it. But I don't have enough time, which is my bad, to go over the mountain and get water, but I've still travelled a good distance, so what can you do? well, this water is going to be safe to drink anyway. I'm going to boil it, and I'm also, oh, there's a person coming on a bicycle really fast. I'm going to boil it, and I'm also going to use purification tabs. Alright, just had to give that bicycle. I was walking for like a good while, and I was coming off to the turn off to my camp, but I'm way up in the mountains here, so you wouldn't expect anyone to be around. But that guy on the bicycle was like back a bit, and he wasn't really gaining on me. He was just kind of got to a certain distance and stayed there. So I didn't obviously think anything of it. I didn't think, you know, this guy's crazy or anything. But I just had to walk past my camp turn off and like slow down a little bit, ever so slightly. So he like had no choice but to catch me. And then when he passed, I left him get like out of sight, and then I went in and took a different route to my campsite. Because like, it's interesting because you think I'm way up the woods, yet this guy on a bicycle appears out of nowhere, and a guy walking a dog appears out of nowhere. It's like people, you're not as far away as you think as you are from people. And I know I sound like a crazy doomsday prepper, but it's just weird. You know, if you're going like putting gear up, tents up, you obviously want to feel safe because you're in the woods on your own. So having that thing where you just, no one knows where you are is a good thing. Apart from obviously I've let my girlfriend and my friends know where I am. I'll ping them with Google Maps thing about exactly where my camp is. But it's just interesting. We'll talk more about this in, well, what'll be for you like a second, but for me, like, I don't know, a little bit. We'll talk more about it. Alright, so I'm back at camp. The sun is setting. We've still got probably about a half hour of sun. Now remember what I said. This is my first time. I've got a shitty tent. I'm not got like really good gear. One thing to remember to bring is good work gloves. For like, I'm gonna move all this stuff so that oh geez. Alright, well, what you just witnessed there was my gimbal having a heart attack for some reason. So for whatever reason, my gimbal absolutely just died. So I'm gonna put you like this. Let me pull this grass out of the way. Right, so as I was saying, oh, ow. As I was saying, bring good work gloves. I'm going to put this branch across the back there so an animal doesn't walk on the tent by accident or anything. There's a whole lot of deer up here, so I expect to hear them during the night. And this, like, I don't know, in the woods things go thump in the night. I don't know if I hear like a dirt bike in the distance or something. Weird. Anyway, oh no, it's like a bird. It's like a bird squawking. Like, I've got this crappy tent. It is crap. It will hold off only like a couple of centimeters of water. My face looks so shiny because sun cream. Sun cream is important. But anyway, I'm going to start clearing this stuff before the sun goes down and I can't see anything. This tent is easy to put together, but it's crap. It's not fully waterproof. It's like water resistant, so I can hold off like a light shower. That's it. But I've been keeping a close eye on the weather, and it looks perfect for now. So I'm going to move my camping stuff over here out of the way. I'm going to start clearing off this area for the tent. Can I just ask, how long has it been since anybody has used a tent that comes with an extra bag like this and the snap together arms that they come with? How long since anyone's seen one, never mind used one? This is an old tent that I bought way back, and it's perfect for weather like this. You don't need a heavy duty trespass elite tent. You just need something that'll keep the bugs away. Look at these bad boys. People are going to be laughing at me in the comments, I guarantee it. But it's what I got, so it's what I'll use. Go for like the more the experience rather than anything. I'm learning a lot already. I've learned a lot. I've learned not to bring heavy bags. That's one thing I learned. So there's my doorway. Here's my other things. Yeah, I've learned not to pack a lot of stuff. Try and get smaller gear or a bigger bag. So I'm gonna go ahead and set this up. So now my gimbal gets used as like a phone holder. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with this gimbal, but it just died. So nothing I can do. If any tent companies out there, sponsor me please. Give me a good tent. I can't get one right now. So another thing that I've learned, now that the tent is up, the ground may not be perfect for it because tents are wide and big, so I've got to find like a nice sleeping spot. And also there's a lot of sand in this because the last time I think I had this tent out was at like a festival. That's kind of the use for this tent. Also, I really hope that I have... Oh dear. Right, so another thing, make sure that you bring pegs for your tent. Otherwise you're going to have to use rocks like I'm about to do. Now I'm not doing this because I forgot the pegs. Search is end of bag. But I'm doing this just to show you what to do if you do forget your pegs. I have not forgotten my pegs. Okay, good. Glad we're on the same page. What do you think of this? Not too shabby. Doesn't have pegs because also I love hanging my jacket there. It's just something else. This is my luminous yellow hat. This is where I'm going to be staying for tonight. I'm going to be lighting. So hold on. Let's have real talk. So crazy here. Don't light fires in the woods if you don't know what you're doing. I am going to be lighting a fire in a controlled unit for lighting fires in controlled units. Yeah, so I'm not lighting an open fire and covering it, putting rocks around it, because all the ground here is pretty dry and it would cause a fire basically if you didn't control it. So I've got a unit that it burns in, and it's to not start fires, I suppose is what I'm trying to say. But this is my camp for the night. It's not very flat. I'll be using mainly this area here. But oh yeah. I've got the fire going with just 2 sticks. All I do is nature stuff. That's all I know. Nature stuff. Anyway, this is a Kettle piece. It's basically a base with a small hole here, and you put the water jug thing like I had. I'll show you in a few minutes. Put the water jug thing over it once you get this fire going, and it acts as a tunnel, and then that heats the water from internally, and apparently it heats it really quick. So I'm just going to get this fire going naturally. With just rubbing sticks together, I got this fire going in no time. So if I can do it, you can too. So I'll show you the Kelly kettle in action, and now I believe that it will heat water in absolutely no time because it turns it into some kind of a hybrid. Look at this. And that's very little fuel inside there. There's like not a lot of fuel, but you just feed little pieces of wood in here and it keeps this going, and you got to make sure that you remove this lid apparently, otherwise it becomes explosive. I absolutely believe that this will heat water up. Oh my god, that water's warm already. What the hell? I don't know how that makes sense. This thing is insane. Literally insane. It has just blasted heat up through this. I'm actually speechless. Like I put the Kelly kettle on, I picked up my phone, I started recording, and I can hear it boiling already. Look these things up. What the hell? I'm gonna have tea in no time, basically, is what I'm trying to tell you. That's amazing. That is actually amazing. Cool. Tea. We're about to make some tea. I have this. I'll give it a quick little rinse out. I've got sugar, I've got milk, I've got tea bags. I don't have tea bags. In the arms of an angel. I was in such a rush. I had so much to do that I forgot tea bags, I think. I absolutely love that I paid like a couple of like 100 and something euros for my gimbal, and I'm using my sleeping bag to record myself, to hold my phone. So we're about to cook food. So this thing, once you lift off the top of the Kelly kettle, you've got this piece here, and you just add these little grill bits, and then you've got this, which is brand new, not for long, and you put that on there, and you've got this little piece here that can grab it, and you can lift it on and off. There you go. So we're ready to start cooking. Sausages are on. I'm gonna have a bicky while I wait. I have water that's been boiled and it's cooling, so I'm gonna have that because obviously I forgot my tea bags. I brought sugar, I brought milk. Actually, I've got milk. I'll have milk. Part of me loves just doing this shit though. Like I forgot stuff, so I'm just improvising. Really love it. Gets you thinking. I'm gonna show you the view. That's what I'm using to hold my phone. Alright, so I think, oh, the echo is picked up here. What the hell? That's weird. I think after 10 or 20 more of these, I'll eventually know what I'm doing. But I figured out the cooking anyway. Things I've learned so far. All this stuff weighs a lot if you've got to walk for a good bit like I did. Make a list. Next time I will be making a list. Thing I've learned about this Kelly kettle is it's 0 or 100. So there's no fire whatsoever, or there's a flamethrower shooting out the top. There is no kind of slow burn. That's what I've learned about that. Another thing that I forgot. Ketchup. I love ketchup. Especially with sausages. So I forgot the main necessities of survival. I forgot tea bags. That's strike 1. I forgot butter. Strike 2. And I have forgot red sauce. Strike 3. So now I've got to eat these in dry bread. No butter, no ketchup. But at least I've got like really nice sounds to listen to, like birds and all the goings on of the mountains. I love it. Pretty happy with how things are going though, even though like some things are going wrong, but You just gotta roll with it, man. Okay, so this thing is going again, just to kind of heat myself up. It's getting a bit cold now. Actually, I gotta take this off because I can't hear anything while I'm talking. This hat's really tight, so now I'm a gnome. Also, yeah, this thing is loud too. But just finished eating sausages and beans and my bread. It was actually nicer than expected. Still upset that I don't have tea. I may have to quit because it's throwing out like a nice bit of smoke. Now that looks way more dramatic on camera than it actually is. There's just that much. It's not great, but the fire's under control. So, an update. I've just been sitting here, throwing some stuff on the fire and listening to everything going on. The only concerning thing that I have about tonight is in that direction I can hear a lot of dogs howling and like barking. Every now and again I hear dogs like howling. It's not wolves, there's no wolves in Ireland. To my knowledge, I don't think there's like packs of stray dogs. I don't think that's a thing. It's just when you're sitting up here in the woods on your own, you're going to be sleeping inside in a like canvas tent with zero protection. Your mind obviously starts working and you're like, so dogs, if there was dogs. Also, my hand is absolutely destroyed from picking up the pot. So yeah, I'm not majorly worried about there being a pack of wild dogs coming up to me. Wait, can you hear that? I don't know if the microphone will pick that up, but there's multiple dogs howling down there, and like, I don't know. I'll be staying here for the night anyway. Dogs or no dogs. But it's just weird. There's one star out and it's really nice to look at. Don't know if we'll even pick it up. Oh, we will, wow. Here's my view. I love it. The sun is still up a little bit. You can see the red in the background. But yeah, I'm just putting stuff on this fire. As I said, this fire goes from 0 to 100. That is a piece of bread on it, by the way. I couldn't eat a last little square of bread, so I just threw it on the fire to see if it would burn. It doesn't. Yeah, this fire is either going full blast or not going at all. So that's the update for the hour. So I'm sitting here eating an apple. I was talking to you a couple of minutes, like 15-20 minutes ago, about these dogs. They're getting closer. I am legitly afraid. Like, no joke. Like, they're howling, barking. It's no way, like, there's no way someone owns them. I'm also going to lower my voice. There's no way someone owns them and they're at like a house because they would have told them to shut up, or they wouldn't have the dogs. The dogs are going crazy. I don't think the microphone will pick it up, but legit spooky. I'm honestly really close to calling this off because they're getting closer, and now they were over there. Now it sounded like there was some over there, and there's like a good few by the sounds of it. This is kind of scary, I'm not gonna lie to you. The last thing I want is dogs coming up here because that's not good. That is not good at all. I'm gonna give it 5 minutes, and if I hear them again, I'm packing up and calling it quits and hightailing off this mountain. I gotta get an apple into me though. Like, legitly, this is scary. I don't scare easy, but there is big dogs. And I know they're big dogs. They sound like huskies, Alsatians. Big dogs. They're deep barks. but every couple of minutes they go. They're like howling and barking, and then it stops. And then it goes again. I've never heard of wild dogs up here, but they are getting closer. I know that for a fact. I can hear them getting closer. Last thing I want is it to get any darker and me decide, so I need to make a decision. I'm not going to be able to sleep with the thoughts of these dogs around at all. No way I'm sleeping. If I hear any sort of noise, I'm going to be paranoid off my head. So I'm going to make a decision in the next few minutes on what to do. If I hear those dogs again and they sound any way closer at all, I'm gone. Because this is legitly scary. Because that's like, I don't know how many big dogs, and I'm up here on my own, off the beaten track. Not good. Now, I know you can't see me, but as fast as you see me put that camp up, I took it down even faster, because those dogs were getting closer and they were moving. You can take this opportunity to call me whatever you want, or whatever. I do not care. I know what happens when one dog catches you off guard, because I got attacked by a sheepdog when I was younger, and it bit me in the face, and had to get stitches and stuff, and it was pretty bad. And that was just one dog, and it was an old dog. So 2 healthy dogs can do a lot of damage. I've seen it firsthand. So those dogs were 100% getting closer to me, and they were not locked in, tied in or anything, because they were moving. So I don't fancy. I'm a good bit away now from camp. I put everything out, I quenched everything. I don't know if I'm after damaging the pot because I put water on it, but I'm hightailing off this mountain right now. I don't like what just happened, and I don't fancy tangling with more than one big dog, or any dogs. As a matter of fact, it's getting really dark. I can just barely see the path ahead in front of me. Yeah, you can't see me at all. God damn it. Sorry for low visibility, but I don't have time to set up lights and stuff. I'm moving right now, pretty quick. So I'll talk to you in a few. God damn it, there's no video. I can't get the light to work. Damn, I can't get the light to work. Hold on. Okay, maybe you can see me now. I'm going down the Hobbit Trail with I'm a good bit away from camp right now. I can't keep shining this light in my face so I can't see anything. I'm on the way down the Hobbit Trail. I'm almost at the end of it. I'm carrying this stupid Kettle thing. It doesn't allow me to have 2 hands free. I've got a closed knife in my hand because I'm very paranoid now. Because I can hear those dogs in the distance, and I know how good a dog's smell is. And I'm sorry that there's no visual because it's really dark here and I'm trying to see where I'm going. Also, I don't have an open knife while I'm walking. That's stupid. I have a closed knife that can be taken out. Okay, here's a bit bright. I'm out of the Hobbit's Trail. You can see, oh there you go, you can see the background. What time is it? Okay, it's 10:15 at night. It's still pretty dark, but I can hear dogs, and I'm not getting attacked by dogs. No chance, man. No chance. So I'll get back to you in a few minutes. Right, I'm going to stop because this person has a light on their tree for some reason. I'm down back near civilization. I'm pumping sweat. So hold on. I got to stay by the tree. Sorry, I don't want to stop moving because that was really, really scary. And I do not spook easily, but those dogs, when they first started howling, sounded like about 300 meters away. I was like, okay, maybe they're at a house or something. But then as they kept on growling and howling, then all of a sudden they were 200 meters away. And I was cooking sausages, which may not have helped. I know how good a dog's nose is. But then, sorry, I'm actually spooked. I'm like really spooked right now. It's like, give me ghosts all day, man, just not dogs. I'm not afraid of dogs, I love dogs, but not wild dogs like that roam the mountains at nighttime. That's not good. I reckon these things came at about 150 meters of me. I instantly put that fire out. I poured water, all the water I had, I poured it over the fire, quenched it, cooled down the stuff. I stuffed everything into the bag. It's just complete chaos in the bag. I'm going to keep walking. It's just complete chaos inside the bag right now. I'm pumping sweat. I may have left stuff up there, I don't know. I have to go through all my gear, but I know that I have the main stuff that I went up with, apart from little bits and bobs. But I'm coming back down near houses now, so I feel a bit safer. But that was very spooky. I'll give you a little update when I get back to the house and have time to think. Alright, let's talk about what we just seen. This is, by the way, this video is being recorded the next evening. I was really busy all day. I wanted to record like sum up video after what had happened. I'm gonna find a nice place to put it down. After like what had happened, I think I made the right call. What do you think? I think the camping was going well for my first time. I was running into problems but figuring out solutions for them pretty good. So I feel like the dogs initially when they started barking were about 300 meters away, and my thoughts were, okay, someone has dogs maybe at their house. I know there's no houses really near there though, so I thought maybe someone is walking dogs or sound is traveling in the woods differently, because it does. So yeah, sound travels differently in the woods. And then after a little bit, by the way, all the campfire smoke and everything was going directly in their direction. Now I'm not saying that was drawing them to me, I don't think it actually was, but I was cooking sausages and all that stuff, so I didn't want them getting the smell of that eventually if they hadn't already. What freaked me out the most was I heard dogs in the distance, probably about 300 meters away, right? That's completely going off sound. Now I know sound travels different in the woods, like I said, but then after a little bit, after like 10 minutes or so, it sounded like they were a little bit closer. And I was thinking, okay, maybe someone's walking their dogs or something. But if you're walking your dogs, you don't allow them to, like, I don't know if the audio picked up because I haven't watched it back yet, but they were like howling and screeching and barking, and you know, it just sounded like complete chaos in the woods. And what really started to frighten me was when I was eating my food, and then all of a sudden they sounded like they were 200 meters away. And then I started getting a little concerned. And I was like, okay, they're gaining some ground here. They are getting closer. I know by the sound, 100% they're getting closer. And I was trying to make up my mind as to will I stay or will I go? I said I'll just see. But what the real thing that actually frightened me, now I worked in forensics, so I've seen a lot of crazy shit, and it would take a bit to like startle me and frighten me a bit, but that genuinely did, is I heard dogs to the left then. It was like they had travelled across the way. So they had 100% gone through my smoke that was travelling, because the wind was travelling pretty good over my head, and they were at this side of me. The wind was going straight through, and then they had crossed over. So I was a bit shaken. I was like, right, I got to decide if I'm going to stay here or not. I don't think I would have slept correctly anyway. I'm going to just turn around and start walking home now. I don't think I would have slept good anyway, because the thoughts, even if, like, I've slept in the woods before with other people camping, and deer get curious and they come down walking around and you can hear them breaking branches, but you literally know it's deer. But I think that if deer had come around the tent last night, I would have been convinced that it was dogs, and I would have been incredibly worried. So I wouldn't have slept right regardless. This has not put me off camping. Still absolutely up for camping, but just in a different location maybe. But I do think that I made the right call by calling it off. By the way, I was in such a panic because all of a sudden, sorry, I think I forgot to mention, the nearest I heard them was about 150 meters. Now, if you know how far that is, that's not very far. And they were like down this hill. I could hear them really clearly. I was like, oh geez. So as fast as you've seen me put that tent up, I got everything packed. The Kelly kettle, I had water. I threw that down on the ground. I stamped on all the thing. I poured water all over the thing. So I made sure I quenched the fire completely. I was still, as much as I was panicking, I was still pretty good. psychologically. So I got the tent packed down. I managed to ram everything into the bag, my backpack. It wasn't packed away properly. I wasn't going recording. I didn't have time. I thought, hey, Jesus, I need to get like. I even contemplated just grabbing my phone and like a few other bits, leaving the tent and going. But then I said, you know what, I'm not, because I can't come back up here, like until the next day or whatever. So I just said I'm going to chance it. I did have a little canifo. Well, a big canifo with me, just in case. But you know, yeah, as I think I said in the video last night, I got attacked by a sheepdog when I was younger, and he bit me right here. So I had a scar going across my nose and under my chin here, where he punctured right here. Sometimes you can see the scar. I'll try and show it to you another time, but it's dark right now. But yeah, I got bit in the face right here, and that hurt a lot. So I don't have a fear of dogs. I love dogs. I absolutely love them. But I know how dogs act in a frenzy. And if it was wild dogs, the thing is, I don't even know. All I know is those dogs were getting closer, 100%. So I decided to make the executive decision to leave that area very quickly, hightail it off the mountain. Even when I was off the mountain, like pretty much off the mountain, where the bit where I was by the light, I was like sweating. So I'll tell you what, I've got a picture, I'll put it up right now, of my watch when I got home. My watch records from when I start working out. So when my heart rate increases, it starts recording it as a workout. So it took me, I can't remember how much it was. I don't know, it was like 48 minutes. That's between packing up the tent, getting down all these little pitch black things, and into my bedroom, where I had taken off my top. Then my phone stopped recording it as a workout, and I think I got down in 48 minutes, which usually takes me over an hour and a half to get to that spot. So, because it's all little, it's not like it's crazy far away, but there's like a little bit of trekking involved. But yeah, that's the story, and I will try camping again in another spot. But for now, we'll leave it there. Let me know what you think below. That was scary. I'm going to try and increase the volume. Here's the thing is, when I should have recorded when they were like 150 meters away, but I couldn't at the same time, because I was like, I need to go right now. And I know, even looking back at it now, it was probably stupid to pack up all my stuff, but I should have probably just left. But I wasn't taking a chance, and I just said I need to get all this gear away. I got it away really fast. I'd set a time limit in my head. I said, if it takes me too long, I'm just gonna, like, I got the tent down straight away, whipped out them poles, got them all set up into their bags, and fired them into the backpack. But I said, if it takes me a certain amount of time, I'm balling the tent up, pushing it into the ditch or into the trees, and just running without it. But yeah, no, it was scary, man. It was actually scary, and it takes a good bit to scare me. I'm not saying I'm not afraid of anything, but I'm not afraid of dogs. But I was last night. I absolutely was last night. There was fear, a lot of fear there. I was like, Jesus, if and from the sounds of it, there was like at least 3 dogs. I could hear 3 different dogs making noise, between barking and howling and like kind of whinging. So yeah, that's the story. Let me know what you think. That was crazy. Next camping thing I do, I'll probably do it with someone else, just to break myself back into it. But let me know what you think. What would you have done in this situation? Would you have run for the hills? Would you have left the tent there? Would you have stayed the night? The thing is, I wouldn't have slept. I would not have slept at all. So I got home, had a shower, went to bed, said I need to do an update, like a sum up video the next day. Didn't get time all day today, so now I'm doing it this evening. So let me know what you would have done in this situation, and did I make the right call? And also on the other stuff, how do you think I got on in general for my first time camping with all my crappy gear that's like not worth anything? Yeah, but thanks for watching, and leave a comment down below, and if you're not already, then please consider subscribing, because I love subscribers. I think they're great. Goodbye. There's nothing. Sorry, I went over your head by accident. There's nothing around, but there's a car up here. There's a car up here. Why is there a car up here? I went to hear a gunshot.